Uh, I mean, it seems like every game we play, we're battling just some things that the game flow can sometimes bring you. You know, whether it be some calls going your way, whether it be some high scoring quarters. They scored 48 in the fourth quarter. I don't know if we're gonna get many wins if we allow 48 points in any quarter. So, you know, it's a tough night when you're giving up that many points, and it's a tough night when you know, you're not particularly, you know, doing the little things that could create some separation. You know, down the stretch, we had that game. It should have been ours. So, you know, we just look at ourselves in the mirror and just see where we can correct as individuals and as a group. You know, just especially on the effort. You know, I couldn't guard a stick today. You know, those guys were just going right around me, and you know, I was getting frustrated a little bit, but they kept attacking, and that's what good teams do and good scorers do. So.
If you could take us in the locker room, what's the communication like amongst teammates when, again, there are struggles defensively, some miscues down the stretch? There's a lot of veterans in that locker room. What's the communication like as you refocus?
Well, number one is just reminding Joe Harris and TLC that stuff happens, and it's not their fault. You know, that was just a microcosm of what the game was like tonight. You know, we had the lead. We were pretty comfortable. And then down the stretch, we just still got to be hungry until it's zeros on the clock. And as you saw, Washington was very desperate. And we expect them to play well tonight. You know, anytime a team goes up against us, we expect them to start hitting things that, you know, you got to give respect, but at the same time, it's going against a good Brooklyn Nets team. So we just take this one on the chin and keep it moving.
Greg Logan with Newsday.
Kyrie, 72 points in the paint that you guys gave up. You know, you're undersized a little bit. You lost a lot of size in the trade. Do you think that that's a persistent issue that needs to be addressed somewhere going down the line in this season?
We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we have the group that we have in our locker room right now. I'm grateful to be playing every day with them. And, you know, though we'll allow the outsiders to say we're undersized, we believe that we should be, you know, winning every single game based upon our effort and based on, you know, our offensive firepower. So, you know, obviously the eye test, you know, we're not necessarily passing it in terms of having all the big guys in the league. But like I said, we just got to match other teams' effort. And we've been doing that lately, and, you know, successful road trip. And now we get back home and play against a good Clippers team.
Brian Lewis with the New York Post.
Hey, Kyrie. I mean, you kind of alluded to it, but I mean, obviously when you're up 18 at any point and 5 with 12 seconds left, you would think you would win that game. But do you think that kind of thought process crept in earlier than it should have? Like maybe you guys had it in your brain, okay, we've got this salted away.
Well, I can't speak for everybody in the group, you know, particularly what they're thinking. But I could say that, you know, down the stretch, that's where we really got to make our mark, and we usually do. And tonight, like I said, stuff happens, and we got to take this one on the chin. It's no one's fault. If anything, you know, we individually take our own efforts where we can be better, and then we move forward.
Malika Andrews with ESPN.
Kyrie, are you, one, how are you assessing that last sequence, Bradley Beal hitting the 3, the inbound pass steal, and then that 3 from Russell Westbrook? And then secondly, are you looking at that as the culprit of this loss, or was it more of a we shouldn't have been in that position, and you're kind of looking at the breakdowns before that?
Yeah, like I said, it was a microcosm of the night. And I would never put blame on anybody. You know, not one person can take, you know, one play that could dictate the game. You know, we were up by 5, and we lost the game, and that's okay. You know, like I said, stuff happens, but we cannot continue to make a habit out of late game situations and not being, you know, aware of the execution we need down the stretch. So. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to bite on the chin because we definitely, like you said, we definitely had the lead down the stretch, and we want to finish that strong, but it's okay.
Thank you.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
Hey, Kyrie, can you break down that last inbound play from your perspective when you have KD, you got TLC, and can you just describe or go through what your decision-making process was on that?
Well, they doubled on KD from the baseline side and the top side, and I was just trying to use my eyes and kind of my ball fake to get the defense to bite. And as soon as I saw them bite a little bit going to KD, I threw it straight to TLC, had a great chance to make a left-hand layup, Unfortunately, it didn't go down. But I like our odds in that situation. And also, making that shot, they would have had to come down. They had no timeouts. Could have gone either way, but it didn't go our way tonight. And like I said, it's not TLC's fault. It's more or less a couple plays before then that I feel like we could have separated a little bit more, in terms of getting that.